Hi everybody. I've made an observation within the past day or so, and I'm only showing you one feeder right now. To me, there's an abnormal amount of hummingbirds coming to the feeders. It's not just the feeders. I can swing around, but you probably wouldn't be able to see it. But the trees are full of hummingbirds. And I'm not sure if you can see that. They've been buzzing and buzzing, and keep in mind, like I've explained, when you see hummingbirds at a feeder and they're going back and forth, it's not the same hummingbirds. They tend to come back every 15-20 minutes, if they come back at all. So I'm not sure if what's bringing the mass amount of hummingbirds being the fire. That's when I'm starting to wonder, because though we're not close to the fire, I'm going to say, give or take, 35-40 miles. And then there was another fire last night in San Bernardino. So that may be what's going on. I mean, they're in the hibiscus plants, they're in the feeders, and this is the way they've been running. Hummingbirds can fly very far and very fast. So I'm wondering if they're leaving the area in which they came from and they're seeking out other areas. So if you are in Southern California right now, it would be good if multiple people did put out hummingbird feeders, whether they usually put them out or not, and see if they'll come to it. Because I have noticed in the past day or two, there's been far more hummingbirds than usual in the whole area. Not just coming to the feeders, but they're all over the trees. They're in my garden. And though I usually have hundreds, I'm going to safely say there's probably multiple hundreds, if not over 1,000 hummingbirds. And like I said, they're in my orange tree. They're in the garden. They're all over. And I'm going to go put right now more hummingbird feeders out. But it's just a large amount of hummingbirds all at one time trying to feed, and this goes on quite a bit during the day. Now, they could be displaced. I mean, think about it. There's a huge amount of area that got burned. Big, beautiful homes up there that probably have multiple gardens with flowers and places for the hummingbirds that are native here, that stay here, and now they had to move. So again, if you are in Southern California, anywhere, I would say from Santa Barbara on down to San Diego, if you've noticed that there's more hummingbirds at the feeder than usual, maybe go ahead and try to put another feeder or two out, because I think they're moving around. See, I can even show you they're moving around so much it's very hard to see them, because they're, like I said, they're in the avocado tree. They're in the orange tree, they dart deep inside and then they come out. But there's been far more. So see if we can help them out a little bit if we're in the area. Get some extra feeders out. Even if you want to put bird seed out, that would be good for the other birds. But the hummingbirds, they're desperate, because if they don't eat enough, they will die. They need that sugar water. And though you may have a lot of flowers in your garden, I mean, we do have hibiscus, and they are feeding off the hibiscus. We have white hibiscus here. We have pink hibiscus, and they do feed off of that. And see, as you can see, I've got the hibiscus down there. The issue is they're not going to get enough food, because they've been displaced, and they're probably moving 20, 30, 40, 50 miles just to look for food. So I'm going to go right now and fill up far more feeders than I've got, both in my garden and on my deck, and help these guys out, because if they don't get enough food, the weaker, the younger, they will perish, and they do need a lot of food. So I'm going to go do that. So with that, just a note, that was all I wanted to put up here, just a note that if you see more hummingbirds than usual, that's probably what it is. They're displaced. There's been multiple fires, multiple areas that they live, and this is like residential areas that burned. There's been 400 to 500 homes in Southern California lost, and it's the homes, and of course, all those homes, even the ones that weren't lost their gardens, lost their landscape, and that landscape is food for these hummingbirds. Please do not think I'm not thinking about the people. It's been breaking my heart, and I cry over that, and I'm so sad for all those people that have been displaced. But I'm just making a note here that if you are in an area where you've all of a sudden noticed hummingbirds when you have only had a few, they're looking for food. So put out a hummingbird feeder that's got a lot of red on it, put it out in the open so they can see it. So if they're frantically flying far and they have great eyesight, literally they can see a hummingbird feeder from across the canyon. That's how good their eyesight is. So put it out in the open. Let's help those little guys out. That's the least we can do. And hopefully we'll save the hummingbirds, and eventually they'll go back to where they belong unless they make a new home. So with that, like I said, I'm off to fill up a whole bunch of hummingbird feeders, probably a dozen. And with that, have a great day. God bless everybody out there. I have no words for that. Have a great day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye, everybody. By the way, we're fine. We're nowhere near the fires. Bye-bye.